Welcome to Rise and Shine Daily Business Tech Boost with me, Charly Leetham. If you're a small business owner looking to simplify technology and get real, actionable advice from someone with 35 years of IT experience, you're in the right place. Every episode, I'll dive into tools and systems like email, CRM, marketing and tracking, and break them down into bite-sized tips you can use right away. Your time is valuable, so let's get straight to the point. It's time to work smarter, not harder. Rise and Shine, it's your daily dose of business tech inspiration with me, Charly Leetham. Episode number 378 today, we're going to talk about the role of security audits and how they help protect your business. Now, I often think of audits in a negative way. It's about what isn't working, what's wrong, and then giving me a whole heap of work that I've got to go and fix later. I think it's time to reframe the way I look at audits into how does it help me improve my business? In this case, how is an audit going to help me improve the security of my business? So I'm going to approach it that way from here on in, not, I hate doing audits. What is an audit? An audit is something that systematically evaluates your business's security measures. It's going to tell you what you have in place, and it's going to give you an idea of how effective what you have in place actually is. You can do an audit on your own using some tools, and I'll link some in the show notes. I'm not going to go through them. I haven't looked at any of these, but I'm going to give you an idea of where you can go and have a look for them. You can also Google security audit tools and see what comes up and look what looks good to you. Now, if you don't want to do an audit on your own, and I really don't blame you for not wanting to do it on your own, you can hire an auditor to come in and do it. And you may find, depending on your budget, that this is actually really cost effective and good value for money for you. So there's two ways you can do it yourself using internal tools, or you can hire someone to come in and do it for you. There are three types of audits you need to consider when you're looking at the security of your business: a compliance audit, a technical audit, and an operational audit. Let's go through what they are. A compliance audit is something that looks at all of the requirements, regulations, reporting, all of the regulations that you have, all of the certifications that you have and what they require you to do, and ensures that you are in compliance with those. So that's in a compliance audit. A technical audit actually looks at the solutions you have in place and assesses them against what they do versus what you need them to do, and tells you where you've got shortfalls or where you're over. It may even tell you where you're overachieving on things, which might be useful as well. So that's your technical audit. And then your operational audit is actually having a look at how all of this combines into your day-to-day operations and how they work in an operational environment. Are they actually working? Technically, they say they should work, but are they actually working? Are you actually following the processes and procedures you put down? Or have you got these processes and procedures and you don't touch them and you go and do something else? I've spoken about that a couple of times actually, about writing policies and procedures that actually reflect what you do in your business, not what you think you should be doing or what other people think you should be doing. They should reflect what you're doing, because then that comes back into this operational audit and shows you that, yeah, you're using the things that you've said you do. You're going to follow the steps that you say you're going to follow. You're doing the things that you say you're going to do. So three types of audits: compliance, technical, and operational. Coming out of all of these things is an action plan, a set of recommendations. Those recommendations will tell you where in those three pillars you aren't meeting the grade, and that then gives you things that you can go and look at to say, well, we need to improve on it. I'm not going to say that you should just take everything out of those audits and go, right, these all need to be fixed. Again, you need to do that against your threat and risk assessment and say, and look at what the audit's telling you. This isn't working or this isn't being addressed. And then look at your threat and risk assessment and say, well, the threat and risk assessment says that this is a low risk, so that's not something we're going to do. Now, in terms of compliance, I'm not sure how much wiggle room you have. But technically and operationally, you certainly do need to be looking at this in terms of what you have decided is an acceptable risk to your business and what the audit is coming up and saying this is a shortfall. I mean, if it's a shortfall and it's a risk you're prepared to accept, then it's a risk you're prepared to accept. But you will get a list of recommendations out of the audit of things that you need to go and address and things that you need to do to fix your security or improve the security within your business. Once you get that, you then need to action it. It's no use sitting there going, great, we've got an action plan, or we've got a list of recommendations and putting it in the top drawer and forgetting about it. You need to action it. You need to create a timeline. You need to allocate the resources, and you need to fix the things that the audit has addressed and that you know need addressing based on your threat and risk assessment. All right, so that's a really short one. Audits, I've made something that's potentially quite stressful, potentially quite a long process into a very short video, but I do hope it gives you some idea of what you need to do once you've started putting everything together and you start to get all these processes and procedures and you're operating and you're looking after the security of your business, how you can make sure that you are actually making the grade with everything that you're doing. What do you guys think? Leave comments wherever you are watching or listening to this video. You can send me a DM on any of our social media channels. You can join our locals community, askcharlyleetham.locals.com. I would love to have you there. Please, if you can, remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell. And I will be back tomorrow with episode number 379. We're going to talk about how we look after our customer data in our business. Bye. Hey there, thanks so much for tuning in to Rise and Shine, your daily business tech boost. I hope today's episode gave you some actionable insights that will make your business tech work smarter for you. If you found value, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with other small business owners who could use a daily boost. For more tips, tools, and resources, visit www.askcharlyleetham.com. Until next time, keep rising, keep shining, and let's make tech simple together.